Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel RVCCIS.info, where faculty representatives from Rock Valley College's Computers and Information Systems Department talk to you, our community at large, about things roughly having to do with computers and information systems. Today, what we thought we would do is kind of extend out on part of a previous host of videos that we have done, and talk maybe specifically at some of our CIS 102 students about what what kind of computer will best fit your needs for CIS 102, and maybe, out into your greater college career from there. Howdy, everybody. We are your hosts today, because I always forget this part, Stephanie and myself, Eric. So what do you think? What kind of machine would serve our students well for 102?
Well, if they have a PC laptop with like Windows 10, that's probably the best bet.
Yeah.
And you can install Office on there. But I've had a lot of questions lately, and I'm sure you have too, about can we use Chromebook? Can we use Mac? Which one is the best? So honestly, I prefer Windows. So that's going to
So it's
be what
perfect.
I'm, yeah. So I'm going to be that's going to be what I'm going to recommend. But as we know, Mac and Chromebook can work as well.
Yeah, they can. So I think our can suggestion here would be Windows would be the top pick, because it will give you I'm going to use the word access here two times in a paragraph. It will give you access to access. There's one piece of software that we use in CIS 102 that is only available on a Windows PC, and that is Microsoft Access. So that means if you have a Mac or a Chromebook, you're going to have to find an alternative computer to be able to do. It's just a few assignments on. There's really not that many, but there is one of the the involved-ish greater projects there.
Yep.
If we kind of had to give you a hierarchy of good, less good, not good, the slightly less good would be an Apple.
Mhm.
Um, I'll tell you again.
They're close.
Yep. Well, but
Mm.
for 102, it may be not that close, because you're looking at 1/4 of the Microsoft Office suite that you cannot do for 102. But that being said, I live on Mac stuff, and it's not a huge deal, because hopefully there will be limited access to campus again by the time
Yeah.
access rolls around for you. So it is installed on all of our machines in all of our public labs at RVC. The greatest challenge with a Chromebook is you can use Office 365, and actually there are Office apps that will not work on a Chromebook. So even though they are Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, they do not quite line up with what my IT lab, or my lab IT rather, is looking for. And a lot of students have had a lot of problems with how a Chromebook saves your files. It's just through lack of familiarity. So a Chromebook, again, outside of CIS 102, would get you most of what you, well, could potentially.
Right.
I cannot say will get you most of what you need through your college career, because
It just
that's hard to
depends.
prove. That's really hard to prove.
Yeah.
But as long as you just need to do like web browsing, email, messages, Eagle, and that kind of thing, a little light word processing, Chromebook is okay. But for a lot of students, they just find that there are too many caveats um, to make up for the really inexpensive price tag.
Yeah. So if you're currently in CIS 102, because I'm going to post this for my students, um, if you have a Chromebook, you're going to want to go to office365.com
Right.
and use it online, or is there an app for it that you download?
I would do it online, because the
Okay.
Office 365 web portal works like 97%, which is
Okay.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Uh,
So you can do that for the Chromebook or even the Mac.
right.
So that would be the good. But then the Windows 10 machine is where you can install it on your computer if you
Right.
want.
Right. And the biggest issue with Windows 10 is, this is true. I just did it this week. The standard install size for Microsoft Office is 5.8 gigabytes.
Oh, you
And
need
that's
some
if
space.
it's big. You need a lot of
Yeah.
space. So 5 gig might not be a big deal. Actually, it was on my Surface Book. It was too much. I couldn't install.
Oh.
Um, it was Access and OneNote. I couldn't install those without removing like half of the Adobe Creative Cloud suite. Um, so if you have like a Windows S machine, something with not a lot of storage space, unfortunately, we're going to chew up a bunch of that for you with the Office suite.
Yeah, and if you've seen our videos before, you know how Eric and I feel about Windows S. We hate it.
Yep.
Yeah, we're not fans.
Not
So
big fans, but
if you can upgrade it, that would probably be great. But if you have
yeah, it
Windows
really
S,
depends.
yeah,
The problem is it might run really poorly then.
yeah. So then just use Office 365 online.
Right. And Office 365 will work
Mhm.
um on everything but Microsoft Access.
Yeah, yeah. And if and recently we have been, doing less access projects, so you might look out on that. And so you can just, especially with if the computer lab was closed, or there
Hmm.
wasn't access to another computer, so you just have to let your teacher know. But
Yeah, please reach out. I say it in all my videos, reach out, reach out, reach out, and
Mhm.
not everybody takes up on that offer, but really if you're having issues, the only way to preserve, your feeling of how you're doing in the class is to advocate for you. So if you're having issues, with Office or with any of those things installing or anything else, reach out to your instructor, because believe it or not, we can help.
Yes, yes, yes. Yep, we'll be able to figure out what's going on, and hopefully, and then help you out. So there
Hopefully.
also is, like, if you're a Rock Valley College student, there is a laptop rental program. I'm not sure right now, with everybody being home,
Right.
if there will be very many laptops to rent, but there are options. So that's why that's the other reason why you want to reach out to us, because we may know of options.
Right. So there you go. Those are your best choices: low, medium, and high total success rate. Windows 10, Mac OS, low
Chromebook.
for Chromebook, unfortunately, comes after that.
Hmm.
Um, so, for everybody out there, you can also please leave us a comment below. Let us know. We really now look. I know this is like typical internet schlock, but for real, we use the YouTube Studio app to actually read and respond to student comments here. So if you have any questions about it, and this is the most easy way for you to ask, please ask us in the questions below. Let us know what you are using and if it'll work, and we'll let you know what you're using and if it'll work. While you're down there, please go ahead and like and subscribe, and you'll get some more awesome content like this with your instructors, at the very least, Stephanie and I. So go ahead and hit those like and subscribe buttons. You can also follow us on social media, where we do a lot of things for, you know, suggestions on what kinds of computers you might be able to buy, suggestions on phones, exposure to greater things in the computer science realm. And you can find us on all of the social media platforms, most of the social media platforms, like Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and Anchor.fm. We are at RVCCIS info. So on behalf of Stephanie Washer and myself, Eric Wolf, and the rest of the Rock Valley College community, stay safe and stay sane out there, everybody.